You know that feeling, right? You pull out your favorite silver necklace or some nice silverware and it's just dull, dark, tarnished. It's a real bummer. But you've probably seen this viral hack online that promises to restore its shine with stuff you already have in your kitchen. So, does this miracle solution actually work? Let's find out.
So, here's the big question we're tackling. Can you really bring back that brilliant mirror-like sparkle using nothing more than some aluminum foil and baking soda? Honestly, it sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? Before we actually test it out, we need to understand exactly what we're up against. Alright, so before we get to the fun part, the hack itself, we first need to get to know our enemy. What exactly is this dark, ugly coating, and why does it keep coming back to haunt our precious silver? Okay, now this is the key thing you gotta understand. Tarnish isn't just dirt, it's a full-on chemical reaction. Your silver is reacting with tiny bits of sulfur in the air, and that reaction forms a whole new layer on the surface called silver sulfide. That dark coating, it's literally become part of the silver, which is exactly why you can't just wipe it off with a cloth. And that brings us to the star of our show, the viral hack. This super simple, super cheap, and almost unbelievable technique has been all over social media, promising a totally hands-off way to make your silver shine bright like new. So the process itself, well, it's incredibly simple. You just line a ball with some foil, toss in your silver, sprinkle a good amount of baking soda on top, and then pour in hot water. You see that immediate fizzing and bubbling? Yeah, that's the chemical reaction kicking off right before your eyes.
But, talk is cheap, right? So let's get to the moment of truth. We're going to follow these exact steps that we just saw and see what happens when we put this viral hack to the test on a really heavily tarnished piece of silver.
Okay, so after letting it soak for just a few minutes in that fizzy, bubbly bath, we pulled the silver out. So what was the result? Did the internet's favorite cleaning hack actually live up to all the hype? And the result? Well, wow. This slide really says it all, doesn't it? The transformation is just stunning. On the left, you see that sad, dull, totally tarnished piece, and on the right, it's bright, it's shiny, it honestly looks brand new. The tarnish has just vanished. So there you have it, folks. The verdict is in, and this viral silver cleaning hack absolutely 100% works. This is not just internet hype. It is a genuinely effective way to get rid of tarnish.
But how? How does it do that? It seriously feels like magic, but it's actually some really cool, really simple science. So let's break down the chemistry that's happening right there in that bowl.
Okay, so here's the big secret. This isn't really a cleaning process. It's a chemical reversal. The hot water and baking soda just create the perfect environment for the aluminum foil to do its thing. See, aluminum is way more attractive to the sulfur than the silver is, so the aluminum foil literally steals the sulfur atoms away from the silver, turning that ugly silver sulfide back into pure shiny silver. And the absolute best part? Unlike polishing, you're not scrubbing away tiny layers of the metal. You're just putting it back where it belongs.
So we know it works, and now we know why it works. But does that mean you should throw out your traditional silver polish forever? Not so fast. Let's do a final breakdown of the pros and cons.
When you look at the pros, it's pretty hard to beat. It's inexpensive, it's incredibly fast, and it's non-abrasive, which is fantastic for preserving your silver over time. But there are some really important cons to be aware of. First, you might notice a faint rotten egg smell. That's just the sulfur. No big deal. But this next one is a huge warning. Never, ever use this method on jewelry with soft stones like pearls, opals, or turquoise. The chemical reaction can completely ruin them. And finally, if your silver has a clear protective lacquer coating on it, this whole process just won't work.
Ultimately, this simple hack is a perfect reminder that science isn't just for labs and classrooms. It's happening all around us, every single day. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other amazing chemical reactions are just hiding in plain sight, right there in your own kitchen?